Hi, and welcome to class today. Today's video is a beginner friendly. It's going to be a full body class, but we are going to be focusing a little bit of extra love, extra attention to our upper body and our core area. So let's get right into it. I'm Julie with Global Oasis Yoga, and we're going to begin standing today. We don't really need any specific props, but if you have your favorites, if you'd like to use something for sensitive knees like a folded blanket or a knee pad, whatever it is, grab that now and set it near the top of your mat. Once you are ready in standing, feet are hip width distance. If you enjoy closing your eyes for the first few moments of class, do that now. It may help you rid your thoughts of any distractions that came with you here to the mat. And begin taking inhales through the nose. With your eyes still closed, if they're closed, begin to rotate the shoulders behind you, just rolling them out. Roll them forward. And step your feet a little bit wider. Let's open the arms out wide. Let the chest open up here, stretching the backs of the hands towards the wall behind you. And then cross the arms in front of you. Give yourself a nice big hug. Open the arms wide again. This time the opposite arm comes on top. And let's pick up our pace here. Alternating which arm is on top. Extend the arms back out to your T. Hold them in place there. Just allowing a little more heat building in the arms. And then bring the fingers into a C shape. As if you were gripping a doorknob, let's open and close the doors, rotating the arm within the shoulder socket, forward and backward. The movement is strictly coming from the arm within the shoulder socket. It's not coming from your wrist and it's not coming from the forearm. A few more rounds, opening and closing the doors. I know it's probably starting to burn, which is why we're here, right? And then inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Let's find a forward fold. Bring the feet closer together, and as you exhale, swan dive, the arms open, hinge at the waist, and let yourself come into a forward fold. You can bend into the knees and find a depth that feels nice for you. Hands can rest on the legs, they can rest on the mat. Deepen the bend in your knees, roll all the way to standing. We're going to find a chair pose next. Feet come hip width distance, and it is if you were sitting in a chair. You bend at the waist and sit the hips back. The weight shifts into the heels here. Leave the hands to rest on the waist, or if you'd like a little bit more engagement, reach the arms up next to the ears. If your arms are lifted, you want them as active and strong as your legs. So engage the muscles in the triceps and in the forearms and in the wrists and in the hands. Breathing here in chair pose for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, another forward fold. As you meet your forward fold, See if you can find more length in the spine and create more distance between the vertebrae and your neck. Chair pose one more time. Bend into the knees. Lift the torso. Again, hands at the waist or arms next to the ears. Weight is in the heels. Activate the arms. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs. Keep the arms lifted. And then lower one arm. Bring it back up, lower the other arm. Alternating, lifting arms here. As you get to the top, see if you can create a little bit of space right up in here. Start slow and then eventually pick up the pace a little bit here. Starting to feel the chest get warm as well. Keep moving for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands behind the head or fingertips behind the ear. Or if you feel like your shoulders pinch in this position, you can bring the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders. Wherever you are, try to keep those elbows pointed away from one another and slightly reaching behind you. Let's find a pancake forward fold. So you really want a wide stance here. Before you begin to fold, engage your whole entire core area by drawing the navel to the spine. Pretend as if you could lift the pubic bone up towards the navel and hold that activation, forward fold, pausing halfway down. So we're using our weight shifted into the balls of the feet, the strength of our hip flexors here, the backs of our legs at the top. We're using our glutes, we're using our low core, and obviously our back. Holding ourselves in place for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the feet, rise all the way to standing. Release the arms if you need a break. We have a couple more of these, but we'll do them at a faster pace. Bend into the waist, forward fold, halfway down. And then with all those muscles engaged in the core area, use those to lift your way back up. 3 more times. Bending halfway. Pressing up. Halfway. Pressing up. Let's do this one more time. Pause when you get halfway this time. Let's hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, forward fold. Let the body lower all the way down. Release the hands from behind the head. Rest the hands on the mat. Bend into the knees as much as you would like, and let the head hang heavy here. Walk the hands over to the right and get a nice stretch there in the right hamstring. Walk the hands over to the left. Come back to center. If it seems like a good idea, lift the fingertips, place them back behind the head, engage the core area. Hands can stay down if you'd like, and press your way all the way to standing. Beautiful. Release the hands by the sides. And let's come to the top of your mat if you've turned sideways like I did. Step back with the right foot into a lunge. So if you need support, grab a chair or a wall if you'd like for balance. Otherwise, we're stepping back with the right foot. Bend in to the left knee and find yourself in a lunge shape. So both sets of toes are pointed straight in front of you and the hips are squared off to the top of the mat as well. We're going to forward fold over our front leg, and as we do so, draw the arms behind you. So arms are reaching behind you and you're in a forward fold. Here, the upper body is reaching towards the top of the mat, and the arms are reaching behind you, and I want you to engage the back and work towards bringing the shoulder blades to touch behind you. From here, stay forward bend, or keep that forward bend, and then reach the arms in front of you. Holding here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the torso back up, step the feet together at the top of the mat. Lean the weight forward, and then kick off that back foot. Feet come together. Second side. Stepping back with the left toes, bend into that right knee. Get stable. You can keep your toes pointed forward. You're lifted up onto the ball of that back foot. And then as you reach the arms behind you, forward fold over that front leg. Again, we're trying to get the shoulder blades to touch behind you. So engaging the back body. And now reach the arms in front of you. Nice and strong activation of the arms for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the arms, lift the torso, step the feet back together at the top of the mat. Shake the legs out just a little bit here. Come to stillness. Find a focal point in front of you that's stationary and fix your gaze on that stationary focal point. Shift the weight into the left foot. We're going to find a balance pose here. So allow the right toes to get light. As you lift the arms over your head, bring your right knee with it, hugging the knee as close to the chest as it can get, and holding here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently setting everything down. Again, in these balance poses, don't hesitate to grab a chair and keep one hand on the chair if you'd like extra support. Let's find that on the second side. Weight shifts into right foot. Find your gaze, your soft and stationary focal point there. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Lift that knee, hug it in towards the chest. For 6, 5, 4, working that core, 2, and 1. Softly setting everything back down. Shake it out. We're going to repeat that whole little sequence, but in a combination. So we're going to lunge back with the right foot. Stepping it back, staying on the ball of that back foot, bending into the left knee. Forward fold over that front leg. Reach the arms behind you. Reach the arms in front of you. Lift the torso. Let's try and kick off that back foot and come straight to standing with our knee lifted. And then let's try to lower that knee and come back into a lunge. This takes a lot of balance and a lot of core strength. So play around with it. If you feel wobbly, that's a good thing. That's your body learning how to navigate and recalibrate its balance. Lean forward over the front knee, reach the arms behind you. Reach the arms in front of you. Lift the torso. One more time. Let's try to come to standing. Lean the upper body forward. Lift that knee. If you fall out of it, just bring yourself back in. And then gently try to set everything down with control. Wonderful. Second side. Okay. Find your focal point. Engage the core. We're stepping back into that lunge shape. Hand on chair, hand on wall for support. Once you feel sturdy in your lunge on the ball of that back foot, lean the upper body forward, squeeze the back, reach the hands behind you. Reach the arms in front of you. And you know where we're headed next. Lift the torso. Shift weight into front foot. Reach that knee up towards the chest. And try to see if it's possible to set it back behind you. Maybe you need to put the foot down first to get stable and then step it back. That's fine. Reach the arms behind you. Reach the arms in front of you. Lift torso, and then as you lift the knee, lift the arms, hold it up there, and gently set the feet together. Wonderful. Shake out the legs a little bit. And then come to stillness, feet hip width distance. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. Let your gaze turn towards the fingertips here. Exhale, open the arms wide and find your forward fold. Let the arms dangle. Hands can be on the legs, they can be on the ground. We're looking for a stretch in the backs of the legs here, so bend into the knees any amount, or straighten the legs any amount where that will be possible. And now inhale, extend the spine, keep the core tight, and reach the crown of the head towards the top of the mat. We're stepping back to high plank next. Bend into the knees as much as you need to get the hands on the ground. And then step one foot back and step the other foot back. Hold your high plank. Plank can also be on the knees. Holding your plank for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you have your knees lifted, lower the knees, but keep yourself in a plank shape. So we have straight line between knees and shoulders. So we may want to make sure that our glutes aren't lifted up here and that our hips aren't dropped down too low. Again, straight line between knees and shoulders. We're going to find a few push-ups here. If you're new to push-ups, it may be that you bend into the elbows 1 centimeter and push yourself back up. It may be that you have the capability to bend into your elbows a little bit more. Figure out where a good place is for you to be today. Keep the core tight, keep the glutes tight, and let's take those push-ups. We're looking for 7. Keep the navel hugged towards the spine and keep the gaze lifted. When you've reached your 7, sit the hips back. Find your child's pose. The knees can be together. You can also open the knees wide and let the forehead lower. Breathing here in your child's pose. Release from child's pose. Come back to tabletop. We have one more round of push-ups. I'm going to offer another option. If you'd like to take it, you can find a cobra push-up. I'm going to demonstrate that really quickly. That's coming all the way down to the knees as if you were going to find your cobra shape. Cobra, your hands are next to the chest, and you're bending and straightening the elbows or the arms here any amount. Okay, so you can choose cobra push-ups this time, or if you'd like to continue on with the plank push-ups, either with knees lifted or with knees lowered, your choice. 7. Find your push-ups now. I'm going to find cobra push-ups here. If you're using your cobra push-ups, keep the glutes engaged. And again, we're bending and straightening elbows. Our elbows are hugged close to the sides, so our arms aren't flared out like this. They're reaching towards the space behind you, okay? And once you find your 7, bring yourself back up into tabletop. Turn onto the balls of the feet. We have one more high plank. Plank on the knees again is also an option. Meet your plank. We're holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the knees. Tabletop. Hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to move into some core work here in our tabletop. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the right knee and draw the right knee towards the chest. Set it down. Same thing on the left side. As we lift, we want to push the ground away with the hands. We want to round the spine and separate the shoulder blades from one another. So as you hug the knee in, press away, separate the shoulder blades, lower the right knee, lift the left, and change it out. Moving at this pace, alternating knees, hugging it as close to the chest as we possibly can. Remembering to push the ground away as much as possible to create space so that our knees can lift a little bit higher. You'll notice not only is your core working here, your shoulders and your back muscles are working here as you push the ground away. Let's do a few more rounds. One more on each side. Hug it in. Push the ground away, hug it in. Wonderful. Lower the knees. Come to standing on the knees and maybe shake out the arms a little bit here. And let's come all the way to seated on the mat. Swing the legs around so that they're in front of you. Keep the knees bent. Soles of the feet are on the ground. Finding our way into boat pose. Draw the feet close to the pelvis. Hug the shins and lift the feet off the ground. A couple of options from here. You can place the hands behind you on the floor, on the mat for support. Sitting up tall, reaching the crown of the head up, reaching the chest forward. You can hold here. You can also straighten the legs a little bit more so that the shins are parallel. Again, supporting yourself with the hands or reaching hands next to shins. Let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet wherever they are. Couple breaths before we do our second round. Really working our core today. And we'll begin slowing things down shortly. Let's take one more round. Lift the feet, reach the crown of the head up, and breathe here. Hug the knees towards the chest. Spine is straight and tall for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet to the ground. We have a little bit more arm work. Hands on the ground, point fingertips towards the pelvis here. Couple of options. You can bend, keep the hips on the ground, and bend and straighten the arms behind you. Okay? You can also press into the mat with the feet and the hands and lift the hips and bend and straighten the arms here. If you have your hips lifted, as you bend, the hips tap down, and as you straighten, the hips lift. Let's find 8, 7, working the triceps here, backs of the arms. Elbows point straight back, trying to use the strength of the arms, not the strength of the legs, to lift you up. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up, lower the hips. Shake out the arms here. Extend the left leg long. Bend the right knee. Sole of the right foot is on the ground. Let's find some nice calming stretches for our body. Reach the left hand around the right knee. Place the right hand behind you. And turn and gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the spine lifted. Keep the left leg nice and active. Foot is still flexed. Allowing the heart rate to lower here. Unwind from the twist. Let's find that on the second side. Reach around the left knee with the right elbow. Activate the right leg and twist. Unwind back to center. Let's lower all the way down to the back. Keep the left knee bent. Place the right ankle on the left knee. Let's take a figure 4 stretch. Activate and flex the right foot. Reach the right hand in between the legs. Lift the left foot and grab onto the left shin with the hands, drawing the knees closer to the chest. Relax the shoulders. This should feel good after all that core work we did, hip flexor work. Release, set that foot down, and let's change sides. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Set that right foot down, uncross the legs, knees can stay bent. Reach the arms up above the head. Feeling a nice stretch here in the side body and in the shoulders. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. See if you can lengthen even more, pulling the shoulder up just a little bit. And then shimmy the torso over to the right just a little bit. You'll feel a nice side bend here on the left side. Come back to center, release that clasp, grab right wrist with left arm, pull it up towards the back of the mat, and then kind of like you're a banana shape, shimmy the torso over to the left. Nice side bend on the right. Come back to center, release the clasp, lift the arms up in the air, cross, bend, and give yourself a hug. Bring the arms out to a T, recross, opposite arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Open the arms to a T, drop the knees over to the right, turn your gaze to the left. Engage the core, lift the knees straight up, twist over to the left. Unravel from your twist, straighten the legs all the way down to your back here. Let's breathe here for just a couple breaths. Allow the body to completely relax. Your final resting pose. I encourage you to stay in this final resting pose as long as you possibly can. If you're ready to wrap things up, you can roll on to one side or another, bend into the knees. And once you've paused on your side for a moment, come all the way back up to seated, pressing into the ground with the hand, lifting back into seated on your mat. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're grateful that you took the time to show up on your mat and get some work done. I hope you leave feeling refreshed. If you enjoyed this class and would like to do more of them with me, hit the subscribe button so you can find your way back here. Have a wonderful day. I'm Julie with Global Oasis Yoga, and I'll see you next time.